Hello, everyone. Welcome to DataScriptIQ. On this channel, we learn data science, Python, SQL, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data analytics, Power BI, Excel, software tools, and programming step by step with practical examples. In today's video, we are going to learn Python if, elif, else, and nested conditions in a simple and beginner-friendly way. Normally, a basic Python script runs in a straight line from top to bottom. Today, we are going to change that. By the end of this tutorial, you will build a dynamic DataScriptIQ course access checker that makes automated decisions. This program will evaluate a student's active course status, verify if they have completed the required beginner modules, and calculate their specific quiz scores to grant or deny access. Writing conditional statements is the fundamental logic used to build functional business tools. Open your preferred Python editor, and let's start writing our first condition. Step 1 is giving Python some data to check. In your editor, create a new variable called marks and set it to 65. Now it is time to write your first conditional check. Type if marks greater than or equal to 50, and be sure to place a colon at the very end of that line. This colon tells Python that the rule is complete and an action is about to follow. This diagram shows a strict rule in Python. Unlike other languages that use brackets, Python uses indentation to know which code belongs to the condition. You must use exact spacing, typically 4 spaces or a tab, beneath the colon. On the next line, indent and type print pass. Then move back to the left margin, type else, followed by an indented print fail. Run the code. Because 65 is greater than 50, Python prints the passing message. The if-else structure creates a strict binary fork. The program is forced to evaluate the truth of your data before taking a single step forward. Real decisions usually involve more than 2 options. If we want to assign specific letter grades, like A, B, C, D, or fail, a simple true or false won't work. To fix this, we insert the elif command, short for else if, between our initial if and our final else. This allows us to chain multiple possible outcomes together. This split-screen comparison highlights a fatal beginner mistake known as the ordering trap. If a student scores an 85, the scanning line stops at a score of 50, passing them immediately instead of assigning their earned grade B. Python reads strictly from top to bottom and terminates the block at the very first true condition it finds. Look at the right side. By ordering from the highest threshold down, the system checks for a 90, sees it as false, moves down to 75, finds it true, and outputs grade B. The rest of the checks are ignored. Go to your editor. Reorder your elif chain starting with the strictest rule, greater than or equal to 90, down to the lowest. Set your marks to 78 and run it. The output will correctly display grade B. Logical ordering is just as vital as correct syntax. The computer will execute flawed logic perfectly every time, so you must structure your rules in the right sequence. Now let's shift from checking math to checking exact text matches, like verifying a username during a login attempt. This graphic shows a common syntax error in Python. A single equal sign assigns a value to a variable. When you want the program to compare a value, like checking if a username is exactly admin, you must use the double equal sign. Often, a single true condition is not enough to make a final decision. You might need multiple requirements to be met simultaneously. To enforce 2 rules at once, use the AND operator. For example, if you need a user to be over 18 and hold a valid ID, type if age greater than or equal to 18 and has ID on the same line. Both sides must be true for the code to run. Logical operators let you compress complex, overlapping requirements into a single, highly readable line of code. We are ready for the final build. Set up 3 variables in your editor. Course active equals true, beginner module completed equals true, and quiz score equals 76. This diagram shows 3 sequential security toll gates. We build this by nesting our conditions. Write your first if statement to check if course active is true. Our data packet passes the first gate. Press enter, indent inward, and write the next if statement to check for module completion. Indent one more time for the final threshold, checking if quiz score is greater than or equal to 70. Add your print statement underneath. Run the code. Because all 3 layered conditions are true, your terminal will display access granted to advanced Python lesson. Now change your course active variable to false and run it again. The very first tollgate immediately snaps shut. The program skips the inner checks entirely and jumps straight to the outer else block, denying access. Nested conditions allow systems to evaluate layers of criteria, safely filtering and managing users automatically. You have built a core system that processes specific data points and returns a calculated result. The program is now capable of navigating through dynamic business logic based on the inputs you provide. Test the limits of your logic. Change your quiz score variable to exactly 69 and then exactly 70. Observing the output for these two values will ensure your logic holds at the exact point where a pass becomes a fail. Thank you for watching. Practice along with me, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to DataScriptIQ for more useful coding and data science tutorials. See you in the next tutorial, everyone.